Warning: this show contains content that might make you laugh. If you're offended, them boys want you to know that they're sorry. Hell, who am I kidding? Them boys don't care about nothing. Enjoy the show, folks.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Last Slice podcast. It's your boy, Jumbo Kid, and we have Trill Boy.
Yo, what's going on, internets?
Unfortunately, we're missing Bodega Cat. He is held up right now, doing some stuff, doing some things. But today we have a new episode for you guys. So what's going on, Trill? I see you wearing the nice blue, red, and white jersey you have on over there.
That's right. Gotta
So
represent the boys.
you got to represent the blue shirts.
Yes, sir.
So the game just finished.
Yeah.
What was score?
Oh man, score was 2-0. What you call it? The Canes scored at the 2 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
When the Rangers pulled out the goalie to
Yeah.
put an extra man on the ice, trying to tie up the game, but yeah, man, that all crumbled down.
I must say, Game 7 against the Penguins
Oh, that was crazy.
was an incredible game to watch, start
That
to
was
finish.
nuts.
It was nuts.
I don't know how they came back like that, bro. That shit was wild.
When they scored, I was like, no way. And then it went into overtime. And then all of a sudden, what's his name? Panarin?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. He does this shot and it goes in, and when they replayed it, I was like, I mean, it was so close to missing or hitting the goalie.
Yeah.
But that was a great shot.
Oh, D. How many minutes into overtime did that happen?
Ooh. I don't know. Good question. I don't remember.
I don't remember if it was like right away or whatever in overtime.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I think maybe it was like 2 minutes in. I want to say something like that.
Sounds about right. I don't think it was too far in.
No.
But I mean, I turned around to my coworkers and I was just like, there's nothing better than playoff hockey. Football, yeah, but playoff hockey is a different level of like adrenaline, your anxiety's through the roof because you just never know. And it's such a fast game,
Yeah.
and that because anything can happen. You just never know, I mean any playoff game that involves someone's team is
Mhm.
exciting, but I think just hockey in general, it's just a different vibe. Playoff hockey is a different vibe. It's just everybody's like ready to go, adrenaline's through the
Mhm.
roof, and the minute it hits overtime, everybody's sweating. And
Everyone's
everybody's like, "Oh
sweating bullets.
no!" They're like, "Oh no! Oh no!" You're not sitting down. I was standing up at work. I was yelling at the TV. You know,
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Anything can happen in those 3 periods, bro. Like, they could go real crazy, or it could be like a nail biter till the very end.
yeah.
Pretty crazy.
And it's a good team, they're fast, they're really good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie, I haven't watched a lot of the games during the season.
Yeah.
But because they just they go on this run. They're in they're versing Carolina, I believe it is, right?
Yeah.
And I think they wasted it up on that, game 7.
Yeah, man.
They
It's
took all the
crazy.
luck.
I don't know. Who knows if they make a comeback, come back home, get these 2 wins, tie up the series. Never know. It might happen again.
Yeah,
Come down
that's
to game
true too.
7.
That's very
Mhm.
optimistic of
You
you.
never know.
Very optimistic. So speaking of sports, I would like to talk about this little thing that I caught yesterday, and I've been fixated on it. And since we never cover sports, I mean we rarely cover sports, and I think it's a great time
Yeah.
for us New Yorkers. Yankees are on fire. Um, Rangers are in the playoffs. Um, I mean, let's see what the Giants, Jets, Mets are doing. I mean,
The
it
Mets are
feels
doing
like the
pretty good
vibe of New
too.
York is back. It's slowly coming back to us.
The Mets are doing pretty good too
Yeah, I think
themselves
they're in first place as well.
in the
And
National League.
yeah, and it's giving, it's re-energizing fans to
Hmm.
get back into sports because let's be honest, we've been in a drought in the city. I'm going to speak on behalf of myself, but on like a whole New York level, I do, I'm a big Yankees, Rangers, and Giants fan, but if there's a team that's from New York and they're doing well, I will always root for them.
Yeah,
If the Bills are in, if the Jets are in, boom, let's go. The Mets are in, boom, let's go. Islanders, let's go. Brooklyn Nets, let's go. Like I'm there. I'm gonna
hell
root for
yeah.
them. Um, but right now, I think, dude, I really think that it's slowly coming back. New York sports are slowly coming back to where it used to be, where we were always competitors
Yep.
in some of these sports. But yeah. So there's one, not to go off topic, but this has to do with sports, and we rarely touch on sports. And I think it would be like the best since you came in with the Rangers jersey, which is perfect timing. I was
Yes,
like, you know what,
sir.
bet I'm gonna lead it off like this. All right. So yesterday I ran across this interview
Hmm.
that Nick Saban did. Do you know who Nick Saban is?
Yeah.
He's the goat of all goats for coaches.
Yep.
He's like in the same league as Bill Belichick, but if not
Yep.
greater.
Yep.
Do you know about this? Okay. So Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher from Texas A&M
Yeah.
is having a feud right now, and
Oh,
it
I
has
think
to do,
I saw a little bit of it on ESPN
yeah,
earlier. Yep.
and they're having a little bit of a feud because Nick Saban. So I'm going to read an article, and this is from Bleacher Report.
Hmm.
On a perfectly ordinary Thursday in May, a time when college football normally slumbers, a heavyweight fight broke out between two of the sport's most highly regarded coaches at two of the sport's most hyped programs. In another life, one that existed before student athletes could legally capitalize on their star power through name, image, and likeliness legislation, and certainly long before programs could harness this newfound freedom to construct elite recruiting classes. Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher were coworkers. They were friendly, at least friendly enough. They won a national title together at LSU before going in different directions and becoming rivals at Alabama and Texas A&M in the SEC. But now we're done, Fisher said at pop-up conference Thursday morning when asked about his relationship with Saban. The reason for Fisher's disgust, and those two words were just the beginning, could be traced back to Saban's comments at a speaking engagement in Birmingham the night prior. A&M bought every player on their team, Saban said. They made a deal for name, image, likeness. We didn't buy one player, all right, but I don't know if we're going to be able to sustain that in the future because more and more people are doing it. It's tough. This is not the first time Saban has gone after NIL rules or a lack thereof. It's also not the first time he's targeted Texas A&M, whether purposeful or not, as an example, while begging for extra guidance. Beyond saying his relationship with his former boss was severed, Fisher uncorked a response befitting of a message board. He denied Saban's claim, at least somewhat. He then spent the next 10 minutes in his own multiverse, waxing poetic on a subject he was more than ready to tackle. He called Saban's comment despicable. On multiple occasions, he referred to him as a narcissist. He even called into question the way Saban was raised, paralleling his own upbringing. I don't cheat and I don't lie, Fisher said. I learned that when I was a kid, if you did, your old man slapped you on the side of the head. Maybe somebody should have slapped him. And perhaps most sensational of all, Fisher called into question the very foundation of the greatest college coach to ever walk a football sideline. He used his own history as a catalyst, although he didn't stop there. In fact, he begged anyone willing to listen and go much deeper than that. Some people think they're God, Fisher said. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out about the guy. A lot of things you don't want to know. We built him up to be the czar of football. Go dig into his past or anybody who's ever coached him. You can find out anything you want to find out, what he does and what he does and how he does it. This was football theater. This was a storyline seemingly constructed for a straight the TV movie, the GOAT and his understudy trading jabs through a microphone, speaking on a topic that has generated strong feelings throughout the sport. No matter how you feel about the NIL and whether it's ruining college football, however, you were able to pull up a chair, prop your feet up on a cooler, and bask in the afterglow of a gold old-fashioned coaching feud. If only for 10 minutes, the sporting world seemed to stop. Social media, which was seemingly constructed for moments like this, caught fire. Coaches and players and media and fans, even those who don't spend their off seasons trolling messaging boards, couldn't help but glue themselves to the exchange. It was perfect because it was imperfect. It was raw and awkward and confrontational. It was also generally harmless, which makes for the ideal kind of football drama. As the NBA and more recently the NFL, all right, so we get the gist of the story. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's just a
Yeah.
massive article. All right, so it's really interesting to see what's playing out here before our eyes. Um, you know what they're all referencing to about with this new form of um players, college athletes are now able to get endorsed, sponsored, and have some and generate some type of money now.
Yep.
Um, uh, what we're seeing here. I mean, what are your thoughts? Do you know what's going on?
So what is it? Essentially now, because like the college athletes now are able to, I guess, get some endorsements from all these other brands and stuff like that, and now they're able to make money. Um, what is it now? Like, I guess something with the coaches or some shit like that,
Yeah.
or
So let me just break down the NIL, which is
yeah.
this new form of policy
Mm-hmm.
for college students. Um, so the NIL is broken into name, image, and likeness, right?
Yep.
College sports are currently undergoing what may prove to be the single most significant change they will ever experience, all from one simple question: should college athletes be paid? The answer comes down to three letters: NIL. Until recently, the question of should college athletes be paid was answered by the fact that across all sports and universities, student athletes were considered amateurs and therefore prohibited from receiving monetary compensation for their athletic accomplishments. The concept of paying college athletes, however, has been anything but a clear cut issue. Now, that's what the NIL is. And if you are familiar with the NIL, a lot of athletes and this was brought up years ago. And when I remember this topic coming up when I was younger, when I was playing the NCAA video game. Do you remember
Mm-hmm.
that game when they came out with the NCAA for like PlayStation? It was like the
Yep.
old school game. They would have, I think there was one game where they had the names on the players while they were playing, and then they changed it to the numbers of the players.
Yeah.
That and yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you think athletes, college athletes, throughout all different type of sports, women, female and males, should be getting paid?
I think so. Like, um, what you call it? I feel like they should have been paid, the college athletes, for a while now and whatnot. It's a way of them getting some type of income and whatnot, and what you call it, being compensated for their skills and whatnot, doing whatever sport they're doing in college. I actually kind of had some experience with this not too long ago with like a company that actually deals with doing helping out like the athletes generate money, doing whatever kind of sponsorships or do some entrepreneurship stuff. So I don't know. I think they should be getting paid and whatnot during college, because I feel like at the end of the day, like those colleges are were making money off of these students playing these different sports and whatnot, especially too like getting into like the championships and all that, like the Sweet 16, like March Madness when it comes to basketball. and it's generating so much likeness to that college and whatnot whenever they get in there. So I feel like the students should be compensated for that, you know?
Yeah, I
So
I strongly believe they should be getting compensation on the simple fact that these colleges are bringing in so much money yearly off their teams. Okay. And we're talking about, and we'll get back to the Nick Saban topic. Um, but these coaches are making billions of dollars a year.
oh yeah,
They're
the
on a
coaches too.
salary, and they're not
Mhm.
on a teacher salary. They're not um you know, this is not an educator. This is a
Nope.
coaching job, and
Mhm.
they're making billions of dollars. And the colleges are making millions of dollars off of these students. And I'm going to speak on behalf of my work experience. I was involved in um, some sporting events behind scenes, and I'm gonna just go out and say that these kids, regardless, the colleges, the administrations say, oh well, they're on a full scholarship, they get room and board, they get all this stuff, and it's like that is true, that is
Mhm.
true. Now, if a young player gets hurt, they don't get the scholarship. Some of them get voided,
Yep.
where that's it. You're off the scholarship if you do get hurt. And some of these guys don't make it into the NFL. You
Mhm.
have to understand, the NFL is not that many spots open available for these guys, for these kids trying to get into the NFL.
Yep.
If you don't cut it out, like if you don't make the cut, it's over. Like what are you going to fall back on? Your degree? If that, like not saying the degree is bad, but you're not going to get the money that you would have been making in the NFL.
Yeah.
So you have that. But let me speak on the event. These kids, it was like a regular work day for them. There it's a structure. It's you're up, you go to breakfast as a team, you get back, put your uniform on, you go out to practice, and this is a Division 1 football college team. They
Yep.
are structured. It is strict. They have a lot going on. They have to deal with a lot of stuff. Why shouldn't they get compensated? What is the big issue? If you're gonna go out there and it's like if you were playing basketball and you had your number and your number was like, 23, and they're selling your jersey 23. Hey, that's you.
Yep.
You're helping them sell that jersey.
Mhm.
So wouldn't you say it would be the right thing to do to give a cut to that kid who's helping you sell those jerseys?
Mhm.
It's just like it just makes sense, and it's
Yeah,
the right thing to do.
and the way they structure it, like you were saying, like literally they make it just like a job, you know? Like they have to like dress up to the T, like they have to put on like the button up tie, slacks, all that stuff like that. Be professional when it comes to being in front of the cameras and all that. And they literally have like a whole set schedule throughout the whole day and all that. So it's just like, bro, it's legit like a job, you know? Besides playing on the field or on the court or whatever, like there's so much more that comes to it and comes with it, you know? So that's how I see it. I'm just like, it's literally like you're getting into a profession and you should be getting paid for that. Especially too, like they're selling the likeliness of you with your name and your number on the jersey, this and that. Like, so it's like they're literally just like milking you for money and whatnot for the college and stuff.
Yeah,
So
and the colleges are making crazy amount of money off of these kids, and so what I'm gonna tell you my point of view as to see what's going on. This is the old dog trying to keep up with the new times
yeah.
because now you can't go up to a player or a top prospect and be like, "Well, we're Alabama,"
Mm,
you know.
yeah.
Our our record tells you our story. You
Mhm.
can come play with us and play for the number 1 school with the number 1 head coach. and you come sign with us and you play with us. Now it's to the point where schools are now acknowledging the NIL and they are adapting that and saying, yeah, we don't care as long as you come play with us and represent our school and you want to get endorsed. He also fired at Deion Sanders
Oh yeah.
at Jefferson State. He made a
Mhm.
comment about Deion Sanders as well.
Mhm.
Um, and Deion, I believe Jefferson State or some of the athletes are now endorsed by Barstool Sports. And Barstool Sports is another big company that's now endorsing these athletes to represent Barstool.
Yep.
And it's great. It is a great thing. These kids deserve it.
Mhm.
And if they find out that a university or a school is letting that happen with, like they're open to it, it's more reason for them to flock over. So now it evens the playing field for all
Mhm.
these colleges. It's
Yep.
not because you're Alabama or you're Ohio State or you're Michigan or you're this or you're, Ole Miss.
Yeah.
All that's out the window now. It's all out the window.
So literally,
And
like all the schools now on the same level playing field when it comes to all that. So like now,
and
like
he's
all that,
intimidated.
yeah.
And
So all
that's
that
why he said what
prestigious
he
shit
said.
is out the window. Like
It's over.
you know.
And these kids deserve it, man. They really do deserve to be monetized the same way. You know, I feel bad for, and this doesn't get talked about enough. I feel bad for the college kid who doesn't make it to the NFL, the kid who got hurt while playing for you,
Yeah.
and they were never getting compensated. It reminds me of like the kid in Friday Night Lights when I think Bobby something he
Yeah.
tore up his knee and he was going to go play in all these Division 1 colleges, but because he was in high school, he wasn't able to go play college ball. But it's like
Yeah.
now what happens to that kid? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying if they were in the college same situation, like you kind of feel for the player,
Yeah.
you feel bad for the athlete.
Didn't that happen with like a Rutgers football player, college student? He got like paralyzed or really injured,
Yes.
and he had to be put into like a wheelchair and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the same thing like with that and whatnot, you know.
And that was, I think,
And
his senior year.
yeah.
Oh, look at this. A wild bodega appears.
Oh snap! This guy.
We got a wild bodega.
Got a wild bodega. He appears. Oh boy. But yeah, like, you know, like these kids are putting their bodies on the line, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And so, and I think that kid who got hurt in Rutgers was a senior. And once he graduated, an NFL team um, gave him like a 1 year contract or something like that to give him some type of payment,
yep.
which was very nice. But yeah,
Didn't
some
he
of these
used to come
kids,
out for like the Giants games and all that?
I think so. Look, a wild bodega appears.
A wild bodega
Dead.
appears.
I'm dead. This
What's
guy.
up, brother?
What's going
What's
on?
going on?
What's happening?
What's going on?
We are
Oh my.
talking about the NCAA, the little issue that Nick Saban was having with Texas A&M head coach. We're talking about. Do you think? Okay, since you just hopped on, do you, without even knowing the situation or the topic, do you think college athletes should be compensated to play sports in college?
Compensated to play sports in college? Like in other words, you play for your school and your school should be paying you?
No, not the school.
No.
You'll be getting paid by endorsements and sponsorships.
Why are we endorsing people in college?
This dude. I was waiting for that.
You ain't even made it big, my guy. Why are we endorsing you? Why are we gonna give you our money? You
Oh,
ain't
boy.
even in the big leagues yet. Why are we endorsing people like that?
Oh, D.
It's for the athletes that get hurt and they don't make it into the big leagues because they're hurt and they have some type of money to fall back on.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put it. Let's rewind it. Just like I asked Trill.
All right.
Let's say you were playing a sport.
Okay.
All right. And you're wearing your favorite. What's your favorite number?
11.
All right, and you're wearing a jersey and it's number 11 on, and you're
Okay.
the top player playing in this sport, and
Uh-huh.
you have just sold record sales for the school in jersey sales.
Okay.
Wouldn't you want some type of money on that sale?
I mean, I guess.
All right, and that's what we're talking about. That little slight, yeah, I think I'd be entitled to some of that money. That's what we're talking about.
I mean, you didn't even make it to the big leagues, my guy. What do you expect?
No.
You know what I want to be compensated for? Pay my tuition, god damn it.
But you're already on a free ride. It's a free
Yeah.
scholarship.
You're getting a
Oh, you're
scholarship.
already on a free ride?
You're already on a free ride, yeah.
Huh. I'm not sure. That's a conundrum.
Yeah,
That's a
because what
conundrum.
if you were doing really well in this college, you're the top athlete in that college for a top sport, and
Mhm.
they just sold $20 million off your jersey sales? You would be
Okay,
in the
number.
locker room like, hey, who do I got to talk to get a little cut from that,
I beg, yo, where's my slice?
right?
Yep.
Where's my slice?
Here's my
Right?
piece of the pie.
Yeah, I get it. I understand it.
And so what we're talking about is Nick Saban made a comment, which is he's a head coach for Alabama, about this new NIL rule that came out that it's includes names. Why don't I have this? Stand by. Yeah, NIL is basically the. Oh, why can't I find it now? Okay, here we go. It's name, image, and likeness. So, like, also too, if you were playing NCAA, the video game on PlayStation or Xbox, and there's a player playing for your school, it's you wearing number 11, you're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, EA Sports, where's my check?" Because that's me, right?
I get what you're saying. You want compensation for your representation.
Mm-hmm.
No compensation for my representation. If you're gonna use my likeness and my, you know, the likeness of me, then I want to be compensated for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So the issue is that he made a comment towards his rival, Texas A&M, saying that every player that plays for Texas A&M was bought this year due to the new NIL policies, which allows players to get compensation, get endorsed and sponsored. So that was a huge and out of character from Nick Saban, who's like the Michael Jordan of college football coaches, or like a Bill Belichick. So this is like a huge issue within the sports world right now. It's a big feud, and it's only because Nick Saban, his tactics were going to students and saying, "Hey, come to Alabama. You know our story. You know our history. You know our record. Now it's not like that. With the NIL policies, now it's all even. Everything's equal. All these colleges are now equal for getting top prospects, getting new players to play for them. I feel like Bodega is really lost right now.
Yeah, y'all know me. I don't really do the sports thing.
Yeah.
That
All
much.
right. So we'll switch it up since you're here. Yeah. So that was that case. So we all know where we stand with the NIL and the Nick Saban feud that's going on. This is a perfect time, and I got all three of you here, and I want to speak on something. What are your guys' thoughts on Apex Season 13?
Garbage.
Trill?
Well, I wanted to talk about this because there's been a issue going on with the game right now and the servers.
I've honestly, I've almost broke my screen many of times.
So there's been this ongoing issue, I think, for a week or two or something like that. With the servers, servers have been crashing or been shitty as fuck. That is because of the Xbox players. They've been fucking up the servers, and supposedly they've been causing a lot of DDoS or whatever in the servers. So the servers have been like super buggy or they've just shit the bed and just crashed. So that's like a big topic that's going on right now in the Apex community online, is with the whole Xbox thing, the Xbox users. So a lot of people online, a lot of streamers are getting pissed. A lot of them are saying like, "Yo, at this point, you might as well just be gone with like the whole cross-platform play for now and fix that whole situation." So Respawn's been getting a lot of heat for that right now. So that's what I know what's going on with the game right now.
Well, can't people pick and choose when it comes to their crossplay?
I think so. I think you can control it in the settings. I
Gotcha.
believe. Maybe. I know in Call of Duty you can. Call of Duty you could turn that on and off or whatever, but I don't. Maybe in Apex you could do that. I'm not sure.
I know for a fact Call of Duty you can do it.
Yeah.
Apex, I'm not too sure. I don't think you have that ability.
I think you could turn crossplay on and off, but you can't pick and choose.
Yeah,
Maybe.
something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta look into it.
I just I'm sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say this: if you're versing, I don't if you have a PC, if you have a console, hey, PC players want to play with PC players. Am I wrong about that?
No.
No.
The
not
simple
wrong.
fact that why we have PCs is so we can verse other PC players. It's a different thing. And I feel like in Apex there is with the cross platform, there's a big disadvantage for PC players because they wanted to even the fucking field for these console players.
Oh, it's like that in Call of Duty too.
Yeah,
You
the
know
same
why?
thing.
Because the console players get aim assist. That's why. And that is why a lot of streamers who play on PC play on controller, because when you plug in that controller into the PC, that aim assist starts kicking in. So when you're aiming and shooting at someone, the actual system of the aim in the game will literally follow the player a little bit. It gives you a little advantage. So
Gives
that's
you a
why
little lead.
Yeah, so
Oh,
now
aim assist is disgusting.
yeah, so that's why a lot of people like on Call of Duty, they use like scuff controllers, they use their Xbox controller, PS4 controllers,
Yeah.
just to get that little advantage or whatever. But that's only for like in COD, that's only for like up close battle. When it comes to long range, you're fucked when you're going up against a PC player, because you're gonna get sniped like that by a PC player, because it's the precision of the mouse that it gives you.
And that's the
So,
thing, is that when you're playing as a PC player, it's skill versus skill.
mhm.
And it's a big disadvantage. It's a big disadvantage, man, when you got guys playing controller on a game that's meant to be played mouse and keyboard. What's the purpose of playing mouse and keyboard if I can just plug in my controller? What's the fucking purpose? What's the
Yeah,
purpose of even buying a PC?
yeah. You know,
Why even play PC then?
I don't understand it. Like I really don't. I'm like
It
the whole
drives me off the wall.
the whole purpose of you building a PC rig is for you to play on mouse and keyboard, not to like go back to the old ways, plug in a controller and call it a day, Like I don't know. It gets annoying.
So here's my problem with gaming nowadays, right? Can you guys hear me loud and clear now?
Yeah, I
Preach,
get you.
preach,
Okay.
preach,
So here's my thing.
preach.
Us PC gamers have been around for a while, right?
Yes.
Can y'all agree that it takes much more skill to play on PC than it does on console?
Yes.
1000%.
Do you guys agree with that?
1000%.
And
Yep.
I'll give people for the sheer fact of the concept of hand to eye coordination, right? When you're playing on controller, your left hand and your right hand are directly in close proximity of each other, right? And you have what, 12 buttons max, if that, right?
Mhm.
When you're on PC, your right hand or left, depending, is controlling a computer mouse that needs to point, aim, shoot, zoom in, and sometimes if you're fancy like me, you got extra buttons on that actual mouse, right? So right now I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 extra buttons just for my right hand. Now you go to the left hand, you got an entire keyboard, my guy. 72 buttons, sometimes more depending on the keyboard, right? You got an entire keyboard of macros and keystrokes and key combinations that you got to memorize. Now, don't get me wrong, your fingers are focused on WASD at all times, but you got to reload. So now you got to hit R. You got to pick up something, you got to hit E. You got to drop something, you got to hit F. You got to duck, you got to hit shift. PC players, no matter what, will always have an advantage over console, right? But aim assist, right? And I was telling Trillboy this the other day. I watched Jimbo play on YouTube. Shout out to the new YouTube for you, YouTube channel, right? I watched him the other day in a game, and it was like your hand to what was going on the screen, movement and coordination, how it followed a character and you got the kill. That takes skill. That takes skill, my guy. To be that accurate to move your mouse hand over while a moving character is moving at the same time, that's accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Compared to moving a thumb, a little thumbstick that
You're getting me mad, bro. You're getting me mad.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jimbo. You know what DPI is on a mouse, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can only move your hand and your wrist so fast. So depending on how fast you could go from left to right to travel all the way across your screen, you adjust the speed of your mouse acceleration, right? What if every time you moved your mouse a millimeter to the left, right? When you aim down your sights, it's automatically tracking before you even make that millimeter move. That's what aim assist is.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
As soon as these people aim down their sights, it makes that adjustment to follow with them so that they could catch up with their thumb and turn in the direction that they need to. We don't have that on PC.
Nope.
We gotta physically move our entire wrist, elbow, forearm, index finger at the same time. While on the left side, you're clicking WASD at the same time. It's not two thumbsticks and a trigger. It's not that. It's not that, my guy. It's a whole hand movement. So it does piss me off how these console players are just bitching about it. I'm like, some games are not made for you. I'm sorry. Some games were not made for you. You know, back in the day, things were made for PC and got ported to console. Now, these big companies like EA are focusing on, oh, let's make a console game and port it to PC and shit out the PC players. Because the PC players are going to buy it no matter what. Right? But the console players will only buy if it's geared towards them.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, valid. Like you said, like it's when you look at the guys or the players, PC players that stream their games, right? You have certain streamers or just players that are like top 5 in the world, and you're watching them play. It's a skill based fucking competition. You throw in something like a fucking a fucking controller. It's a whole different thing. Like, you have to act on the fly. You have to readjust. You have to click buttons on the fly that you didn't think that you were going to need. As opposed to them, everything is quick for them on a controller. And the aim assist, it's like, bro, it's not fair. It's not fair. So when you play a game like Apex or you play a game like Call of Duty, it's tiring, dude. It's tiring. And now with the new ranked system, it is fucking exhausting.
Oh yeah,
exhausting.
You just grinded it out.
Yep.
Because it's not fair to the people who enjoy playing the game and they really want to rank up. And you're playing with dipshits that are playing ranked as if they're playing in a public server, doing stupid shit. And, you know, what about the people who don't have a solid team that wants to play? So you know, but they want to rank up real quick. You know, it's like a whole disadvantage. It's really not fair.
The other
Ah.
thing I want to make a valid point about is you guys know the game Super Smash Brothers, right?
Yes. Great game.
So over the years, Super Smash Brothers has gone online and has become a great game. And people have found exploits to that game to be like, if I do this 7-button combination, it's going to give me an instant win, right?
Mhm.
Nintendo never changed the game because some streamer found out a way to do a little extra with a character to make the game a little uneven for the rest of the world, right? Nintendo doesn't go out there and change the game. They just tell the players, get better, figure it out,
Yep.
find a better way to defeat that combo, get better. Nintendo doesn't say, oh, we're going to release a patch. We're going to change it so that you can't do that anymore, or we're going to make it weaker. They don't do that. They tell the players, get better, figure it out, son.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
now, every time a console player complains at Apex that something's not fair or something's not cheap, or the PC players have better sniper accuracy, oh, we're going to release a patch and make it so that the mouse acceleration isn't as good as it should be. We're going to change it so there's more of a millisecond change in aiming down sights on PC versus console. How is that fair?
It's not.
Nah.
It's called get better. Get better, my guy.
Mhm.
Stop patching games. I'm sick of them patching this game. In the beginning of the game, Trill knows I played Caustic from day one, right? Dropping gas, right? People would see the gas, and some people were smart, ran into a room, avoided it.
Mm-hmm.
Most players were dumb and they ran right into it. So what happened? They got better. They figured it out. They figured how to overcome and defeat that part of the game. What did EA do? Oh, they're complaining that it's too much. It's too powerful. We're going to dumb it down. Now the character's useless. Nobody
Yeah.
plays him anymore.
Too much nerfing and too much fucking
much.
buffing.
Too much.
And then another thing I would like to touch on with Apex, the time and shout out to DrDisrespect, my favorite streamer ever. I literally went onto his stream the other day, and he was in that mood. He's been playing Apex, and he was in that mood. He was just like, he's like, I've had enough, and he logged off, and he's just sitting there, and he's just like, he's like, I don't get it. I feel like I spend half the game, or if I'm in a fight, I'm just shielding, I'm just battering, just
Yep.
shielding up.
Batting up.
That's all I do is batting up. And he put up a good point. Why am I emptying a full clip on a dude and he does not die?
Mm-hmm.
How many chances do we give players to survive? There's no way in a game that you should go through a full clip hitting them on point and they not die, or at least get knocked.
Right.
It takes at least a full clip and another half of a clip of another. So you have to switch through two cycles of weapons. Once you go through the first clip, the second one, you got to go half a clip, and then that person's going to get knocked.
Yep.
Why is it like that? Is
I
it
don't
me?
know.
Is it me, bro?
No, I feel the same way too. Like,
It's frustrating, bro.
I'll literally have like maybe, what is that, a blue clip or whatever, or a blue
Blue shield.
extendo mag, and I'm literally in the middle of battle with someone, and I'm offloading the whole fucking clip on the dude,
Dumb.
and it's just, it only just tears down their shield, doesn't even do more damage on top of that. So I'm just like, fuck. So now I gotta switch my weapon, but by the time I do that, I'm getting blasted by that person. And
Yeah,
then
because
for
all he has to do is take out a shotgun if he's close, and there's three shots of the shotgun.
Oh yeah, 2
It
shots.
depletes your shield and then goes after you.
Even if they have like a purple shotgun bolt, bro. Literally, if you're close enough, you could take someone down in one shot.
Easily done.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Shotguns are way overpowered.
It's crazy. especially to
especially with the purple bolt.
Oh yeah, the purple bolt, like especially with the Mastiff. Don't get me started on
Oh,
that.
woo.
Like
Oh, how about this for
that
overpowering?
shit just spreads in a horizontal
Yep.
thing. So like your aim could not be like that good, but you still hit the person, and from a longer range too, I think, or whatever. And it's fucking crazy. It's wild.
Well, how about
It is
this?
wild.
So with the new character Maggie, if you have a shotgun, if you have the Mastiff, it goes faster.
Oh yeah, she could run faster
Oh,
with
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
She
yeah.
runs faster, and bro, it's like I don't know, dude.
She could literally just run up on you and then boom, you're done.
My guy, I'm playing. I think it was last night or day before, and Horizon. I had my headsets on, and these headsets are pretty good. I can hear when somebody's to the right of me, and I can hear when someone's to the left of me. This fucking Horizon came out of nowhere and dropped me. Like I looked to the left, I would have seen, and I was running. I would have seen her to the left of me.
Yeah.
I get fucking dropped. I know somebody was behind me, but she came from the side to the left-hand side of me. And I'm like, yo, time out. Did this girl just run through the fucking wall and blast at me with a shotgun? Because I swear to God, I did not see her there.
That's another thing. The audio still, I think, is terrible in the game.
Oh yeah.
They still need
Like
to fix
popped
that.
up out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck? You're not even giving me a fucking chance.
They
That
need to
happened
fix
the other
that.
night. We didn't
need to-
hear a single footstep and we died.
That's another thing with the game is that audio, bro.
Absolutely frustrating.
Yeah.
Really frustrating. And then the
Yeah.
ranking too. It's like when I first played, I was playing rank like maybe last month, and I progressed relatively really fast before the update. Now with the update, they're starting you way behind, and now it's based off of teammates. So it's not how many kills I get. It's now we all have to work hand in hand with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And if you last longer in the match, you get more RP points. So if a team drops, you get some points. And then if another team drops, you get more points. And then when it starts dwindling down, you get more points. And then you can literally be at the end, the last two teams, and you're getting 160 RP points, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yo, what about the shitheads? You know, that fucking like they just run and gun it. Like I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because now they want to be team oriented, but people are still running fucking mad far away from the team, and I'm like, bro, and the stream has become just me just roasting guys when I'm playing them. It really, that's all it is. It's not me playing the game. It's me roasting these guys because they literally just run. They just run.
They're like
They
a little
just run
kid.
away.
When they go into Toys R Us, they'd be out. They would be like, "Yo, where you going, my guy?" I'm like, "This is a team game. Why are you going that way?"
Yeah, it's like, yo, like your boy needs to be fucking revived. And the minute shots are fired, they're out. They're out. They don't even let you know, like, hey, listen, guys, I'm a pussy. I'm gonna go. You know?
No, they just wander off. They go on a little side quest in the game. It's crazy. I don't get it sometimes. I really don't.
I had a guy message me one time and said, "Hey, can you not take my kills? This is a team game."
Did you not take
play
my
as a team.
kills?
Right?
Oh
And then he
my
wrote in the
God.
chat, he's like, "Nah, for real. Like, if I'm shooting someone, just let me get the kill. Don't take it away." I'm like,
You're like, what? Oh boy.
I was
So
like,
you
"The
want me to
fuck?"
just stare at you fighting this guy, and then you
Yeah.
drop, and then that's when you just let them die. Don't even help them. I've done
Yep.
it.
You made that choice. You made that
Yeah.
choice.
Oh man.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't get it. Mm-mm-mm.
So did y'all get to talk about Amber Heard again?
No.
Didn't get to that.
No.
Oh man.
I've been watching a little bit more of the case and whatnot.
It's pretty funny. I like it.
What was it, a couple of days ago, or I think earlier this week, with Johnny Depp's lawyer, how she kept on saying objection, objection. Like,
Yeah.
she had a point though. Like, the Amber Heard's lawyer was just like going on a whole weird tangent. Not like some of the shit that she was saying had nothing to do with the
It was not
case.
relevant. Yeah.
It wasn't relevant. So it's just like I was like, damn, he's got a really, really good lawyer. She's killing it. So
My dog stepped on a bee.
is that what happened?
My dog stepped on a bee.
What was this? This was a couple days ago too?
Bro, just look it up. My
Oh
dog stepped on a
god.
bee.
I
My
can't.
dog stepped on a bee.
Yo, literally every time they go into session, it's content gold.
Oh, it's
Literally
beautiful.
content
Not only
gold
does he entertain us in movies, he entertains us in his real life.
in the courtroom. The one soundbite that's been killing me is the one where you hear the audio, I guess, from him having a conversation with Amber Heard, and the dude Johnny Depp's like Aquaman or something like that. Bro, that kills me every time, bro.
No,
It's
I love
crazy.
I'm pretty sure it was Johnny Depp's lawyer. She was like, so after Mr. Depp got you your job in Aquaman, and she was like, well, what did you say? And she goes, he did not get me the job. I auditioned for it and I got the job. And then she goes, so after Johnny Depp got you the job in Aquaman, and then they were like, objection, Your Honor. And she goes, I have proof that shows that Johnny Depp did get her the job. I was like, oh,
That's crazy.
yeah.
How about that
So-
$7 million she promised to donate to charities, and she never donated? She did. They
Never happened.
donated like a
Wow.
certain percentage. So like, you know, are we
Mm-mm.
not gonna?
She's a liar, bro.
She's lying. You know, I'm not saying like Johnny Depp is you know, the
Like a
perfect
saint.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's crazy. A mega pint of wine. I'm sorry, what was
Mega
it?
pint.
A mega pint of wine. I've never heard of that. And I'm telling you, this guy's gonna drink wine. I made myself a mega pint of wine.
Mega pint. I loved his reaction when the lawyer told him. He was like, "Oh, so you poured yourself a mega pint of wine?" And he's like, "A mega pint of wine." He just started cracking up. And then he just ran with it. He was just like, "So yeah, after I poured myself a mega pint of wine." Bro, that shit had me dying.
Yo, he knocks
bro.
them back though, bro.
Bro, he's
Like I
quick
think
with
he
it.
spends like $30K a month or some shit like that on wine
Oh, wine?
alone,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I'm underestimating it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit higher than that. Yo, this guy, like,
Doesn't he have like
downs it.
a huge like wine cellar in his crib?
Oh,
Or something like that?
hundreds, yeah,
It's
most
crazy.
likely.
Trying to be on that Johnny Depp level with the wine.
He probably has a guy that just or a girl that works for him, and all they do is just buy wine for him.
Probably.
Yeah, like a wine connoisseur. I know a guy that does that for a living. All he does is store and buy wines for celebrities and stuff. That's all he does.
That's nuts.
Ah.
And then when you know, they were asking him if he held his coke in like a little case.
God, the little
Like,
thing.
is this where you store your cocaine? He goes, it looks like it could store cocaine.
It looks like you can store it.
It looks like it.
Nah, that shit had me dying.
It's a
bro.
wild case for sure. It's a wild case, but it's a very. You know what's crazy about this case? It's become so publicized, but it's like really it's a big case. It really is. I think she should do time if
Oh hell yeah.
for lying and ruining his career.
Yeah.
I think it's over for her. She has to go to jail.
Yep.
I really think she's letting the media publicize this whole incident in hopes that, you know, she was made out to see like be the hero and not the villain. I really think that, you know, she signed off and said like, yeah, you guys can broadcast the whole case and blah, blah, blah. Because there's stuff about this case we would never see from any other case in history. Like, you know, even when OJ Simpson's trial was going on, there's a lot of things that they never showed on TV at the time that actually happened in court. And it wasn't as much publicized as Johnny Depp and Amber's is. So I think she attempted to you know, attempted to make her seem like not the villain, and now it's fucking up and backfiring on her. Where
Oh yeah.
people have pointed out, like there's a scene where she's just staring at Johnny from across the room and he's not looking, and his lawyer's looking back and he just goes like this and looks at her. Like people were saying that's an abuser. That's what an abuser does. An abuser taunts their victim. That's what she was trying to do.
Yep.
Crazy stuff like that. She had 2 different water bottles in the courtroom. One of them was a stainless steel bottle, and when the cop came
How
near
about her sniffing
yell at-
blow
yeah, she just
while
hit
she
it.
was testifying?
Oh my
Mhm.
god. With the
Oh,
little
dude, that
tissue.
was great.
I was like, holy smokes.
I think they're both batshit crazy. I
They
think
are.
she's I
They
think
are.
she's just crazy herself.
They're both
She
wild.
has they're both cuckoo for a fact.
Mm-hmm. Both
Now they got
wild,
to
bro.
scrap Aquaman too.
No, I think they found someone. They got rid of her, right?
Wasn't it Emilia Clarke they said at one point?
I don't
Oh,
know.
that's not a bad idea though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I think the new CEO heads over there are probably they're trying to scrap everything with that and trying to start over.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Because also too, I saw the video of this guy getting arrested, Ezra Miller. Bro, I don't know
Oh
if you
my
saw
God.
that in Hawaii, but my man
No.
looked like he was batshit crazy. And he's outside of the bar and he's telling the cops, he's like, "Oh, they're saying racist slurs, this and that, blah blah blah," and like getting all frantic and shit. And like it looked like he was on something or something like that. And he starts like walking away from the cops, and the cops are like, "Yo, where are you going? Like, we're trying to like get information on what's happening. Like, what happened?"
Yeah.
So they go inside the bar, they talk to the guy, and the guy was like, "No, this guy's being crazy. He's throwing chairs and shit like that." He was like, "If you guys don't fuck him up, I'm gonna fuck him up." This
No
and that.
way.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
bro, it was crazy. And then they go back outside, and the cops are like, "Yo, where the fuck is Ezra? My man is running like the fucking Flash down the street." And they're like, "What?" And then you see the body cam, the one girl officer, she's chasing him with all the other cops, and they get him and whatnot. And then like he's throwing everything left and right, saying like, "Oh, don't touch me," this and that. And like they have him in handcuffs against the car. They're searching his pockets, and then he's like, "Yo, you're touching my dick. You're touching my dick."
Oh
And then
my
he's
Oh
like,
God.
wow.
and then he's like
Wow.
screaming. He's like, "I identify as trans. I identify as trans." I'm like, dude, what are you saying right now?
What?
Yeah, he said that. It's in the video, bro. It's crazy. You gotta watch it. It's
Yo, and
nuts, bro.
you're a superhero, bro.
Yeah, he was
He gives a
batshit
bad name
crazy,
to the trans community.
Marvel
bro.
characters wouldn't do that.
I was like, yo.
No, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god,
And this is coming from a DC guy.
it's crazy. But I'm surprised Disney hasn't approached Paul Bettany because of the Johnny Depp case.
Yo, bro, their relationship is wild, bro. Paul
That-
Bettany is really that guy. He's really
Bro.
they're both crazy.
Bro, I'm really surprised they haven't done anything. I guess because it's not catching steam, so they're just like letting it rock or whatever.
1000% they called him in to have a meeting with him. And like, Paul, listen, you don't look good right now, bro. You're supposed to be Vision, you know? You're supposed to be the squeaky clean guy, but you're out here doing blow with Johnny Depp, bro. This
And
fucking
Marilyn
Paul
Manson.
Oh my
And
God.
Yo.
Marilyn Manson. Oh my god. I can't, bro.
Yo,
I can't. Oh my
Sis-
god.
he gave him pills. Did you give
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson pills? Yeah. I just didn't want him to shut up. He was just talking a lot.
Yo. Bro, it was crazy, man. Bro.
Yo, speaking of Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
that She-Hulk trailer was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Are you talking about the CGI or just in general?
In general, and the CGI. That was the worst thing. I am ashamed to be a Marvel fan right now.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good show. It's just the
No.
CGI just threw me off, bro.
That looked like the 2007 Hulk or the 2001 Hulk that came out. There was just
Well, yeah,
Shrek-
the CGI
on a
is.
green
I'm not gonna
screen.
lie. The CGI in some of those scenes in that trailer was terrible. I was like, come on
Horrible.
now. I was like, yo, my man, the Hulk in the show looked a lot better than She-Hulk.
Yep.
I understand She-Hulk's like physique is a little bit different than the Hulk, and it's like kind of different doing the CGI for that. But I'm like, come on, Marvel. I'm like, we're at the pinnacle point where you got your shit to the T, even with Thanos. Like, my man Thanos looked mad real in the movies and shit.
Yeah.
And now you're coming out with this with like a $200 million budget or whatever for the shows, and you're showing us this. I'm like, what is going on here?
Right.
And that's the main character. I don't know.
I'm not about it.
I still have faith in the story, what it's gonna tell, but like the visually, I don't know. I have no clue.
I'm not about it.
China's my Hulk.
Ah, fuck! I knew he was gonna say it.
I'm
I
dead.
knew it. I knew it. I fucking hate you.
China's my Hulk.
I'm dead.
R.I.P. R.I.P. China.
Oh my
I'm
God.
getting angrier.
Did you guys hear about the other news that Disney
What?
dropped? That
What?
Daredevil is in production right now,
Oh
Nice.
god, they're gonna fuck it up.
and all the characters are coming back. I think even Luke Cage and Jessica Jones,
They're gonna fuck it up like everything else.
because I think they had a meeting. They pulled them all into a meeting to let them know like they're gonna start working on the scripts and all that. I have a
Nice.
feeling Charlie Cox is gonna show up in She-Hulk, because she's also too a lawyer and all that, so he's gonna probably be in it somehow, some way.
You
or
think so?
whatever. I think so. I think he's
I mean,
gonna
if he
pop
was in
up.
Spider-Man, might as well.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pop up, and why not?
Oh, have we talked about the Strange movie?
No,
The Strange movie.
Yeah,
strange.
Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
All right, I'm gonna start off.
1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. What did you guys give in the score?
Uh, 7.5.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna give it.
oh, I was
7.5.
gonna give it. I was gonna give it a 6.9.
I was gonna give it a 7.5.
So I went in there more hyped than what the movie provided me with.
Exactly.
I went in there expecting Spider-Man No Way Home, and what I got was Iron Man 3.
Oh, D.
That's what happened. That's what happened. It was just a movie with a lot of flashy things in it, and a lot of like colorful stuff and a lot of nice visuals, but the story fell short. The story just fell short for me.
Yeah, I felt like the story was missing a lot of pieces to it to make it a good movie and whatnot.
I've said it once and I said it many times before. Sam Raimi needs to stick to horror and stay away from everything else, because my man can't make movies for shit.
Well, he did a good job on Spider-Man 1 and 2. I can't say 3.
3 was
But I think 3 was more because of Sony. Sony fucked that up.
Yeah.
Because Sony was trying to make him do all this shit, add all this other stuff into the movie. So that's why Spider-Man 3 is what it is and whatnot. But 1 and 2, it's got to be up there.
1 and 2 are masterpieces, but
especially 2. 2 was hands down one of the top superhero movies, I want to say.
I enjoyed it. I'm not saying I hated the movie, but it fell short. It really, really fell short from what it should have been. Like, there was a lot missing from that film that could have made it a whole lot better. And the story was just garbage. And then the whole end sequence at the altar looking like a satanic ritual with Scarlet Witch. I'm just like, bro, like, what about this is Marvel? And then you mean to tell me she beats the Illuminati that quickly? Nah, my guy. That's not how it works in the comics. That's the
Yeah,
in the comics, Scarlet Witch is powerful.
Right, but that
she's
quickly,
powerful. But
quickly,
that I agree. That quickly, like
that
that was kind of
quickly,
crazy. But
she could have messed them up and like stole America Chavez and showed that she was like super powerful, and then they could be like, all right, Xavier's coming back at the end to fuck him up. But
but in the comic book, she does that in House of M. She fucks up Professor Xavier. Like, she kills him.
Yeah. The best
It's
thing
like,
about
wow.
that movie,
What?
Fantastic Four, baby.
Thank God. I still feel like that was undercut because
Yeah,
what was it?
100%.
What was it?
Wait,
Because
time out. Before we get into that, but Professor X's chair though.
Oh yeah, it's just
Oh,
like
His
the
chair though.
it's just like the
And
cartoon.
the
Oh, yeah.
animated track behind. Bro, I almost ran out the movie theater. I almost booked it. I was like, I don't want to watch any more of this shit.
No, but
I'm
I
sorry, go
think
ahead.
I don't know. I think like social media fucked it up for me because there was so many spoilers that came out like
Yeah, you were
5
in tune
days
to a lot of spoilers.
5 days before the movie came out, or
yeah.
7 days. Then also too, Marvel shooting themselves in the foot with some of their marketing promo, with the commercials showing Captain Carter
Yeah.
in some of the commercials, and then showing fucking Captain Marvel. So I was just like, damn, man, like all these things like kind of like killed that moment when it happened in the movie. And then also too, like coming off of Spider-Man, we were so hyped up because we saw the whole multiverse with all the different Spider-Man. So we're like, Doctor Strange has got to have some crazy shit, like multiple cameos, because it's the multiverse of
Mhm.
madness. So we're thinking like my man's gonna be jumping through multiverse, seeing all these different characters we've seen in all the other movies, and it never happened, you know. But I heard
Yeah.
like they cut out so much from that movie because they thought it was going to be way too much for the movie. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like it would have made the movie like a little bit more
Hit
better. You know?
harder than
Yeah.
you,
You know.
it was. It should have been. It should have been No Way Home was the tease for
Mhm.
this movie. Because if you're
Yep.
going to say multiverse of madness and then have the multiverse come into Spider-Man No Way Home, you would at least expect other characters to come out that we wanted to see or like
Yeah.
fans wanted to see. Like, I mean, they did good with John Krasinski. I mean, I thought that was pretty
Oh,
cool.
Oh, that was
Um,
great.
that was definitely really cool. But like, like when Professor X was in that white area and Scarlet Witch was there in the bunker, like where the fuck was Magneto?
That's what I said. I
Do you
was
know what I
like,
mean, bro?
I
Where the fuck
literally,
was Magneto?
Yeah.
I literally thought Magneto was gonna pop out. Either who's the guy who plays Gandalf?
Yeah, Ian
I thought
McClellan.
Yeah.
I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna pop out, or even this other dude that played the younger Magneto. I thought he was gonna pop out or whatever.
Oh, that would have been crazy. What's who was the young one? Was Michael
Fuck.
Fassbender?
Yes, I thought he was gonna pop out, and like that's where they were gonna kind of like hint that like, yo, I'm really your father, this and that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. It was crazy,
Or
and
even like tease us with another Fantastic Four member, or tease us with an X-Men. Like, like even have like, why couldn't Deadpool be in it?
that too,
Like,
like
you know
just
what
like
I
a little
mean,
short
bro?
That was the other
cameo.
thing.
Like a little
Yeah,
short
that
thing,
was
like you're
nothing-
walking
yeah.
and be like, have like, Deadpool doing something stupid. Why couldn't you do that? Have Deadpool or have Cyclops. Everybody's a big fan of Cyclops.
Yeah.
Why not have him? He's like a great character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They could have done so much more with that, bro.
I
It was
thought
definitely.
Ghost Rider was gonna
I'm not
pop
gonna lie.
out.
I'm a big 80s, 90s fucking X-Men fan. And, anything with Professor X, I mean, that guy is such a legend, dude.
Yeah.
So
Without a doubt.
Bro,
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I literally thought Ghost Rider was gonna pop out in this movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I thought Tom Cruise was gonna pop out Superior
Cruise,
Iron
Iron Man.
Man. I was like, yo, where is all this stuff that we've been hearing for like months, and all the reshoots that they were doing and shit like that, trying to put more cameos in there. I was like, come on. I was like, damn, bro.
Or even like the Lou Ferrigno Hulk,
Oh, that too, yeah.
something like that,
Another version of the Hulk.
or like
yeah.
Ed Norton or something like that. Have people
Yeah.
who played a role show up out of nowhere,
Yeah.
or like the original Punisher, that actor.
That too. Could have had him pop up, do that. That would have been badass.
Or what about like, how about Wesley Snipes as Blade?
Oof.
Bro, that would have been fucking nuts.
Bro, that would have been
Imagine.
wild. That would have been wild. Like if they had him pop out, yo, like they should have like even
You know
in
how,
that
like,
in that one universe where there was that dark Doctor Strange, and the way that world was, That would have
Yes.
been dope to have Blade in there and incorporate like vampires and shit because it had that weird eerie vibe
Theme.
to it,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know.
Yep. Agree.
And it would have been cool to see like Blade in the street or some shit in New York, and they're walking past him or some shit. That would have
Or
been
like
dope.
have like yeah, like so yeah, that type of theme, have Blade, and then why not have like the Punisher? Like both of them just talking, bullshitting it up,
Yeah,
right? Because they're both dark type of vibe.
yeah,
That would have been crazy. Oh, like to have them and then Ghost Rider.
that too. Yeah,
Like have the darker version of Marvel in that one universe. That would have been fucking fire,
like
man.
hinting at
That would have
like
been dope.
the Marvel Knights, essentially
Yeah,
that team. That would have been
yeah,
fire. Because Doctor Strange is in the Marvel Knights, so that universe's Doctor Strange could have been a part of that team and done it like that.
yeah.
That's how I feel, but I don't know.
It had
But
it had it had potential. I think we all agree that we could have gotten
yeah,
a little bit more from
yeah,
them.
yeah.
But what's next? What's next on the what's like the other big project that they're gonna be working on?
So now you have what you call it? Miss Marvel coming out in June. And then right after that is Thor Love and Thunder. And then I believe what is it? The second Black Panther movie's coming out in
Yeah, at the end of
November
the
or some
year,
shit?
second Black Panther.
Yeah, that's coming out.
And the Black Panther's gonna be his sister, correct?
Supposedly she's gonna take over the mantle, or I think it's M'Baku who takes over for a little bit.
Okay.
But they've been reworking the script and the story for Black Panther now, trying to say like, yeah, T'Challa did pass away during some type of event, but also too is having a kid with this chick that was in the first one. So essentially, he's gonna have like a son, and that little kid is gonna grow up to be the next Black Panther for the
Gotcha.
movies and stuff like that. So that's how they're gonna do it. And then I guess they're gonna figure out some way of that little kid, having a romantic relationship with Storm later on, and so on, and that stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what's happening with that. But I'm excited for the beginning of next year because that's when the Ant-Man movie comes out, and we get to see Kang come back in that
Finally.
movie. So Kang's gonna show up, and they're gonna start
Isn't
leading
there
up.
Loki too?
Yeah, they announced season 2 is gonna be coming
So
out.
he's 100% gonna be coming. He has to come back
Who,
for season
Loki?
2.
Oh yeah.
Kang. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
What did you say?
I would say so because if
Yeah.
they set up Loki like that, it's most likely season 2 is gonna be like going through the multiverse again, or like the different timelines and shit. So
Or do you think that they're gonna introduce a different villain other than King?
well, there's rumors that Doctor Doom is gonna be the Earth level threat for the Avengers, but the main villain of like the big event is gonna be Kang, and I think he's gonna set up Secret Wars and all that and whatnot. So that's what they're going.
I like Doctor Doom. I mean, I think he's a great character.
I hope the rumors are true and he pops up in Black Panther 2 some
Oh,
way.
you think he's gonna pop up? That's what they're saying.
I think so. I think he has to do something with like the war against Wakanda and Atlantis, because Namor is going to be coming out in Black Panther 2. So that movie's pretty much going to be the war between Wakanda and Atlantis.
That's
They,
if
huh?
so. Atlantis, as in
In the what you call it, in the water.
in the water.
Yeah, because they do kind of hint at it in Endgame, because when they were all giving updates in the little holograms or whatever to Black Widow, um, what's this girl from the group from Black Panther? She said there was like a rumbling underneath the ocean off the coast of Africa, and they were like, "Oh, that's nothing. Don't worry about it." And that has to do with Atlantis and shit like that.
Gotcha.
So, and then they were talking about also too the Skrull show, Secret Invasion. So they basically said now that show is going to take place in between the 5 years of the blip. So that's, I think this is their way of sneaking in Skrulls pretending to be people during the blip, and they'll continue impersonating those people or whatever. So
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy.
I'm looking forward to. I really want Daredevil to come back.
Oh hell yeah!
I can't wait to see what they do with that, and have Kingpin,
Mhm.
Punisher, get
Yep.
those shows back up and running.
I hope so.
But they have to incorporate Deadpool in one of these goddamn movies.
They
They
have
have to do it. They have to do it.
Oh, you heard what they're doing with Stan Lee now? They got an agreement. They finished the
Yeah, they
thing.
got the rights back to him.
So the rights to his likeliness. So he's gonna pop up like as like CGI form in the movies again or some shit like that.
He filmed something like 420 scenes before his death
Yeah.
that haven't even been used yet. But then I guess after his death, someone was like, "Oh no, you can't do that." So that's why they had to go through the lawsuit thing for it.
Yeah. I think that was their way of like having the families give their money or whatever, because there was like some drama I think last year. They were trying to like sue Marvel and Disney and this and that. So
Because since he's gone, who's getting a paycheck for using his likeliness?
well, that and Jack Kirby's family too. They're
Oh
both
wow!
the two godfathers of Marvel, you know. So
True.
they feel like they weren't getting enough money from the movies and all this other stuff.
I mean, but
So-
they were ranking in billions of dollars.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right,
Alright.
I think it's time for some little pexy for me.
Are you guys excited for this week?
What's this week?
Obi-Wan?
Oh, that's this week.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
On
Ready?
Wednesday.
Ready? Well, hello there.
Anakin!
Hello, General Kenobi.
Anakin! I have the high ground now, Anakin! Anakin!
Oh,
Yo, it looks like
Yeah.
Ice Cube's in Obi-Wan.
Kill the younglings, Anakin!
Dead serious. Ice Cube's in Obi-Wan.
Stop
Obi-Wan
it.
series.
Oh my
No
god.
Hold on,
way.
hold on.
No way. Let me see this. For real? They got him in Obi-Wan?
Yep. Ice Cube and O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Oh,
Wow.
I hope
Oh.
he's a Jedi.
Oh, wow.
Well, hello there.
That's crazy.
Anakin!
Oh, they got this dude from the Fast and the Furious in it?
Oh, they got the chick from Game of Thrones,
Ooh.
Indira Varma.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
All right.
All right,
Wow.
gentlemen.
Yes,
Bodega, you
sir.
want to close this out?
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Last Slice podcast. Sorry, guys, I was a little late today. Had some prior engagements to attend to.
Oil
You can
change.
catch us on you can catch us on anywhere you can listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music. You know the deal. Check out the YouTube channel. We got some fun content on there. As always, we got Trillboy15 on Twitch.
Mhm.
I'm gonna butcher this, Jimbo. You're gonna have to say it for me again.
All right. And then you got your boy Chris Gaming on YouTube.
Grizz Gaming.
Let's go.
Yeah, check them out. I'll be popping in every now and then. You know, you can hear me scream my head off like a lunatic. But I want y'all to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you like what you're listening, if you like what you're looking at, then hit us back. You know, give us some feedback. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. See you in the next one.
Later.
En silencio siempre te amaré, siempre te amaré, siempre te amaré. Necesito tanto de tu amor que ruego al destino me dé tu querer.